Happy birthday, Siseko Ayuk Tabe. Happy birthday, Papa. Happy birthday, Daddy. It shows say the resilience still dey very powerful. The resolve e never change, and the determination, the objective, and the goal remain the same. Happy 60th birthday. Fellow Ambazonians, my dear viewers and people all over the world, I dey come this time for present to una a man who has given his all. What else do you want from this man? He has given his all. I wan tell una, some people no know. Maybe just so you may know. Some people they don't know who is this man called Siseko Ayuk Tabe. Now who be the man? Today na him birthday, but I want to say make una get this information, all right? Some people they already be anxious for you to want talk. Of course, you have to be anxious. Who is this man? Where even the highest enemy, it fear his silence. Siseko Ayuk Tabe, just briefly anyway, is an Ambazonian leader from Ewele village in Manyu County. They say in January 2018, he was extradited from Nigeria to Cameroon, where he has been incarcerated ever since. Now, the summary, life before the crisis. Well, people then for why man go talk say Anglophone crisis, but all we will know way it happened. They talk say Ayuk Tabe was born in 1965 in Kembong, Manyu. For a while, he worked for an electric company named Sonel in the Adamawa region of Cameroon and as academy manager for Cisco Systems. Eventually, he started working for the American University of Nigeria, where he became assistant vice president in the field of digital services, marketing, and recruitment. Ayuk Tabe also worked as a motivational speaker at several conferences worldwide. His involvement in charity includes the establishment of the Ayuk Tabe Foundation in the town of Eyumojo, where he and his wife Lillian live, and his involvement with the Adamawa Peacemaker Initiative. Ayuk Tabe and his wife owned a farm in Eyumojo that employed 28 people, but they were forced to shut down in 2017 after Cameroonian soldiers drove away the workers. Man, take una again for another short article where it is still talk about Siseko Ayuk Tabe profile. Meet the man, Siseko Ayuk Tabe, the Ambazonian revolutionary leader. Siseko Ayuk Tabe Julius was born in 1965 in Kembong, Manyu, now preferred by Ambazonians as Southern Zone. The son of late Ayuk Elias and of late Ojong Paulina, is the Pioneer Chief Information Officer (CIO) and successively Assistant Vice President in charge of digital services and marketing and recruitment in the American University of Nigeria, Yola, Nigeria. He worked extensively with Sonel, electricity distribution company in Cameroon, where he improved energy efficiency in the Adamawa region, and he also developed a customer management application for the company. He also worked with Cisco as academic manager for 23 countries in West and Central Africa until he joined American University of Nigeria. As an IT expert, he voluntarily designed and developed an application for the Cameroon GCE board for the automation of operations of the examination. Siseko is a motivational speaker and has done so in many conferences across the globe. He and his wife Lillian Ayuk Tabe founded the Ayuk Tabe Foundation, ATAP, that empowers the poor in his Eyumojok local government area of the southern zone of Ambazonia. He is also a member of the Adamawa Peacemakers Initiative (API) to support IDPs in northern Nigeria. His academy at Bundumbura refugee camp in Ghana won the International Academy Awards against all odds in Europe. He was the chairman of the governing council of the Southern Cameroon's Amazonian Consortium United Front (SCACUF) and was later nominated as the president of the interim government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Alongside 11 others, he was abducted at Nera Hotel, Abuja, Nigeria, and traded across international borders to Cameroon, where he is presently held at the Konengi Maximum Prison, Yaoundé, Cameroon. With wife Lillian, Seseko has a 40-hectare farm known as Atap Farms in Eyumojok with 28 workers who unfortunately were driven out of the farm on the 29th of September 2017 by the Cameroon military forces. The farm has thus been abandoned since then. Seseko Ayuk Tabe has 4 children. Now, detention, trial, and his life sentence. Following the arrest, Ayuk Tabe and the other separatist leaders spent 10 months at a gendarmerie headquarters before being transferred to a maximum security prison in Yaoundé. Their case started on 6th December 2018 at the Yaoundé Military Tribunal. When his name and nationality was read out, he rejected his Cameroonian nationality and other separatist leaders followed suit. The rejection of Cameroonian nationality led the case to be postponed. In January 2019, Tabe's lawyer said that his client was ready to negotiate directly with Cameroonian President Paul Biya on the condition that the negotiations would take place outside Cameroon. 3 preconditions were made: a ceasefire, the release of everyone who had been arrested, and a general amnesty. These conditions were repeated in May. In March 2019, a Nigerian court found his arrest and deportation illegal and ordered that he and 68 others be returned to Nigeria and compensated. Following this ruling, Tabe and fellow Ambazonian leaders issued a joint statement titled the Ambazonian Freedom Protocol, in which they made 9 commitments, including equality between tribes, equality for women, equal share of the riches of the land, respecting human rights, standing in solidarity with other peoples in a similar situation, and fighting for however long it takes to achieve independence. On 27th April, Tabe and the other 9 accused Amazonian leaders announced that they would start boycotting court sessions, insisting to wait until the appeal court of the Central Region decided on whether or not they should be returned to Nigeria. On the 2nd of May, a controversial document signed by Ayuk Tabe declared that the Sako-led interim cabinet had been dissolved and that his own pre-arrest cabinet had been restored. The document expressed appreciation of the job the Sako-led cabinet had done since February 2018, but stressed that infighting had rendered it unfit to continue. The caretaker cabinet has lost the ability to reconcile our people, and in doing so has imperiled the identity and mission of the interim government to complete the decolonization of Southern Cameroon through advancing our collective national interests. However, the Sako-led cabinet refused to abide by the declaration, resulting in what became known as the Ambazonian leadership crisis. In June, the Ambazonian Restoration Council, separatist movement dating back to the 1980s, impeached Ayuk Tabe for treasonous misconduct and declared that he no longer had a mandate to speak on behalf of the interim government. The Ambazonian Governing Council, traditionally a rival of the interim government, condemned the impeachment and drew its support behind Ayuk Tabe. At some point after his arrest, Tabe reached out to former SDF parliamentarian Wiba Joseph, asking him to assume leadership of the revolution. Wiba declined the request. On the 30th of July 2019, Ayuk Tabe and the 9 other detained members of the interim government declared that they would go on a hunger strike over the disappearance of convicts at Konengi Central Prison and the Boya Central Prison. The hunger strike would last until their lawyers could verify the whereabouts of each disappeared convict. The strike started at midnight the same day. On 20 August, Ayuk Tabe and the other 9 leaders were sentenced to life imprisonment by the Yaoundé Military Tribunal. Having expected this outcome, the separatists were singing in court while the sentence was pronounced. A week later, a letter signed by Ayuk Tabe stated that the life sentences was not a setback for the separatist cause, but rather a validation of their self-determination and claim to a sovereign and free Southern Cameroon. In September 2020, the Court of Appeals upheld the sentence. Ayuk Tabe dismissed the major national dialogue outright, stating that President Paul Biya does not have the power to determine the fate of Ambazonia. He did, however, welcome the release of Maurice Kamto. In November 2019, pro-separatist sources reported that Sako and his supporters had changed Sako's title from acting interim president to president, aiming to permanently replace Ayuk Tabe even if the latter would ever be released. In January 2020, newly arrived prisoners broke into the cells of Ayuk Tabe and the 9 other Ambazonian leaders, stealing food and money. Ayuk Tabe and the others accused the prison administration of complicity through inaction and claimed there was a conspiracy to threaten their lives. In July 2020, Cameroonian officials met with Ayuk Tabe to discuss a ceasefire. Ayuk Tabe listed 3 conditions: a general amnesty, that the military pull out of the Anglophone regions, and that President Paul Biya himself announced a ceasefire. Ayuk Tabe also demanded that if prisoners were released in phases, he would be among the last to be released. On 1st January 2024, Ayuk Tabe wrote a letter calling for an end to the leadership crisis and unity among separatist factions. In January 2025, he declared his continued commitment to the Ambazonian independence movement and expressed the belief that the insurgency would ultimately succeed. What a man. Happy birthday once more, Papa Seseko Ayuk Tabe. Happy birthday. Now, the kind people in this way, they carry country, go down for front. Siam, no be bub. You get the point. If you see thing way it clear, bro. You hear no sis, at the beg una, una take each and every one of that 10 people the way they did for Konengi, right? The Naira 10. Una take one, only one. Say una just example, right? Now example, you for inside them, you get professor them, you get doctor them. Don't be bub. That people they get book for their head. They don't go school. I don't know if you understand what I talk. Now people the way they don't give their all for struggle. Now people the way struggle don't render them for level way. If you be saying a hungry people there, they don't come out go give up for la Republic. Una fi imagine. Seseko Ayuk Tabe. We generally talk say na struggle don't broke in it. Maybe he don't broke in struggle. I don't know if you understand what I talk. Now, look this man alive. Before the struggle, look alive. The man no be hungry man. Seseko Ayuk Tabe no be hungry man. Look alive before the struggle. I want to look Ambazonian struggle in whole all. Any man we can stand for front talk say he be president, he be this. Look alive before the struggle. Now that time you go know whether who was this man. Then look their life them now. You go get that holy sense of judgment. Ambazonians, no country, no fit big pass a leader dem. You get the point? The level wey the person for your group e dey wey call am say na your leader, the kind mentality wey get am, na so that group go dey. What more do people want from this man, Seseko Ayuk Tabe? I specifically make this video today na for tell Ambazonian dey say whether they go up can down, Ambazonian leadership lies in jail. Any man wey dey for outside wey he say he be president, he be this, you just wasting your time. At the end of the day, una go turn round. The people wey dey hold this struggle, they dey for jail. Barrister Shufai, Dr. Fidelis, Professor Awasum, Dr. Ogok, Dr. Kimeng, Patasan, Seseko Ayuk Tabe. Now the people they never the whole Ambazonian land. Those are the leaders. They are not dollars. Those are people who have gone to school. They know what look what Seseko don't do. Even for inside La Republic, he helped GCE board develop software. He helped Sonnet. When La Republic one brings on headlines on Shemak say 18 money for Sonnet. Who's that the money wey 18 and they know fit talk? Ambazonians. What more do you expect of this man, Seseko Ayuk Tabe? Papa, happy birthday. I don't get nothing for you, but I just want to tell Ambazonian and say, me make Ambazonian and talk say, join me for wish Seseko happy birthday. I don't feel imagine for inside struggle, people the way they free for outside, they fear man way they ngata. That means say they don't cash man, you fear man way they ngata. People they expect say who can talk bad about people they for ngata. How come man don't fall for ground, you still the matchy? You don't get conscience. My dear Ambazonians, I don't talk say, ask yourself this question. That person waiting for your group where they call him say president or commander-in-chief, what was his life before the struggle? You go know whether na struggle don't make it or na he don't make struggle. Look and find. No doubt, those who say they are outside, they don't care about those in jail anymore. When I ever hear any of that on a president ever outside, they come also say they go some protest, they go protest and they free prisoners. They don't do that. They don't even hold their banners because they see those in jail as rivals. That is the reality. But I tell when I say God, He gave power. When I think say that people from Gata, they don't throw it them. Wait. Wait until that day where you go yes that people don't come out and Gata. You go say this struggle start and start. Ambazonians, which will get them, we must cherish them. That people from Gata, they get sense. They get their brain to take this struggle forward. Those are intellectuals. La Republic, so La Republic don't do it for we know, but no problem. They feel only delay we, but they don't feel deny our independence. Never ever. Never ever. I'll soon again for my next update. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless Ambazonia. Again, happy birthday, Seseko Ayuk Tabe. Happy birthday, Papa. Happy birthday. We no get plenty for you. We no say this so struggle don't broken you very badly. Yes, because all the thing the way you don't before struggle one start, you been aware to do man. You know fit from struggle. Struggle don't move money for your pocket plenty. You don't already get family, you don't employ people, all that kind of thing. You know be man for today. People they should use stone. I hope say time will come. They'll beg them you give them back that stone. Or they be sorry for that stone they shoot down for you. People the way they be talk say that people they for prison, they don't go take money for like public chop. I hope say today their eye they don't open. But all the same, happy birthday, Seseko Ayuk Tabe. What a man. What more do you want from this man? My name is Fabiano Deco. I'll see you again for our next update.